It's ripped our family apart. We had a 4 and now we're a 3. You know, our lives will never be the same ever again. It broke us. Oliver was gracious, beautiful, just a very kind, warm-hearted individual. He had just recently turned 17 and had gone to Thorpe Park the weekend, the Friday before he passed. And he complained of having a headache. So I gave him a paracetamol and he went upstairs for an early night. And I went in and checked up on him in the evening, and he just said he was feeling very tired and shivery and cold. So I felt like I just kept going up and checking up on him, and he wanted to sleep. But it wasn't until about 2 o'clock that I went in and he was awake. And he said that he had found a rash on his body. So I got the glass, because straight away I assumed that, you know, a rash, get the glass. So I tested it and it didn't go clear with the glass. So I called my husband, who was outside, and we called 111. They said to call 999. I feel that the call handler could have had more empathy. From the start, you felt like a bit of a number, and the questions being asked were just being, I guess, read one after another. But also as a parent, we're not medically trained, we don't know what the main symptoms are. So when the call handler kept asking what was the main symptom, all we could say was he was 17 years old. You know, I can't, my child's unresponsive, he's just lying there, he has a rash all over his body that won't clear with a glass. He can hardly talk, he's been sick, he had a headache, I think he has meningitis. So at that point, you just assume that an ambulance is going to get called. The reply we got was, I'm going to put you on hold. So we later found out that when the call handler put us on hold, the person went, I guess, to level above. But during that call, never once did the call handler relay back what we had said. All the person said was, the patient is tired and drowsy. Is there a sepsis pathway? Never once did they mention that he's 17 years old, that we think he's got meningitis. He mentioned that there's a rash that is unclear. But we said there's a rash that doesn't clear with a glass test. Because as a parent, when you think your child has meningitis, that's what you think the main symptom is. A few minutes later, the call handler comes back onto the call and says that we're going to expect a telephone call. At this point, we were quite, I guess we couldn't believe it. You know, we just assumed that they said an ambulance is going to come. So our first question was, when are we going to expect this call? And the call handler said, as soon as possible. What does that mean, as soon as possible? 5-10 minutes must have passed. And my sister's a paramedic. I called her and I explained to my sister what the symptoms were and what was happening. And my sister said, don't wait, just go. We got Oliver to East Surrey Hospital, which in a blue light situation would probably take 15 to 20 minutes max. But for us, it took 45 minutes or so to get there because we had to get through rush hour. When we were there, it must have been, we found out actually, it was 82 minutes later, the clinician or someone from the emergency services called us back. But at that point, Oliver was in a bed fighting for his life. I won't allow my son to die in vain. This is going to be Oliver's legacy. I would like these call handlers to be able to have the confidence and the training in place that they can distinguish between sepsis, meningitis. I'm hoping that by telling Oliver's story, we can make a difference. We can make a change. You know, adequate training will be put in place so that when a similar situation arises, the same mistakes won't be made as they were for us.